Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Hey there, it's Monday, May 27th, Memorial Day.
It is Memorial Day. I hope you take a moment to reflect on what this day means. I know it's a holiday. I know a lot of people are off today, enjoying some cookouts, enjoying getting outdoors and what have you. But at least take a moment and let's think about why we have this holiday, why we have this day off today.
Yeah, exactly.
So in the meantime, have you been on a plane lately, or in the airport, seen people bringing their dogs? You see more and more dogs. Apparently, they're starting to cater to these things, or dogs. More traveling with pets and companions. So there's a company that's going to cater to them. They're going to market Bark Air. It's an airline that carries dogs of all sizes. They're human companions on routes from New York, Los Angeles, and London. It just launched last Thursday.
Do you think they allow cats in there? The airline said its goal is to offer an alternative to traditional air travel, which is often stressful to both dogs and their owners. Their service has been pretty popular already, with 15,000 requests for new destinations.
All right, the flights aren't going to come cheap, though, as you would expect. They're going to cost you a little bit. One-way ticket for one dog and one owner, $6,000 for domestic flights. Is that 6,000?
Yep.
Is that what that was? 6,000 for, and then 8,000 for flights
like
overseas?
3,000 each, right?
Whoa! Bark Air said it plans to add new routes throughout the summer. Whoa,
Yeah.
That's a lot of dog food.
That is a stinky plane, too.
Okay, so yeah, that's my concern. I mean, obviously, they're not going to be on any plane I'm on.
Yeah.
But do you feed? I mean,
what do they get?
Walk the dog?
Do they get
How do you take
crackers?
care of the dog when the
those
dog
things.
has
I didn't
to,
even think about
do business? And, do
They got their own bathroom.
Do you get snacks and water for the dog?
Probably. I would think you do at that price.
For $8,000 or $6,000,
Yeah.
you get something. And what if you mix up the snacks for the dog and the human?
I hope not.
Whoops. Sorry.
I hope
Gave you
not.
the wrong bag.
Oh, man. Justin, I think you should take Penny on one of those rides and see how that goes.
No, there's not enough food on that plane for Penny.
You should go and do a story on that and let us know how it goes.
Yeah.
Maybe I will. I am curious, though. They probably do have like a patch of grass in the back of the plane.
They look really happy out there, though. Like, those dogs look pretty happy, so probably first class.
Because, a flight to London is not short.
No.
So,
I know my dog's not sitting still. Interesting. That's a lot of money, too.
Yeah.
I wonder if they worry about leg room out there.
Honestly,
Four legs.
And do they have, dog sizes? I mean, do they take the dog's weight for on the plane? Because those aren't big planes.
So many questions. If you do take Bark Air, send us some pictures and let us know. We're very curious here.
Exactly.
We do know for sure that Memorial Day is going to be a hot one, guys. We've gone through just sort of a ridiculous stretch, honestly. I want to look back a little bit first at the heat index values we've seen over the last few days. 112 on Friday is what it felt like. These are heat index values, not temperatures. Saturday, the peak heat index was 114. Keep in mind that San Antonio's highest heat index that we've ever seen occurred last year, and that was 115. 110 is what it felt like yesterday, and today the forecast is for that heat index to be anywhere from 108 to 112. All of this to say this is record high heat index values for May. If you thought it felt extremely hot and humid, you're not wrong. And this is the earliest we've had extreme heat warnings in effect, too. So, it's been rough. We're forecasting 102 today. Now, there's one little bit of positive news. It's that humidity levels come down ever so slightly this afternoon. So the heat index won't be maybe as high as it was, say, Saturday, but we're still talking heat indices 108 to 112. Then there is a chance for an evening storm. That would be fantastic. And I think the odds of us seeing some rain get a little bit better, actually, as we get into tomorrow and tomorrow night. So there is that small storm chance today. If we see a storm, then it could be strong to severe. Cooler, or maybe I should say not as hot, rest of the week. So after today, temperatures do come down a little bit. And then again, we're watching Tuesday night. Storms in West Texas could affect us. We're going to talk about how and what our rain chances look like coming up in just a couple minutes, guys.
Right. Crossing our fingers for that rain. If you are heading out, your traffic authority update right now, look at that. Nobody out there at 35, at 1604 in Wiseman. It's a little eerie out there, actually, because there's nobody on the road on a Monday morning. But good luck out there.
Top story we're following this morning: a shooting near Institute of Texan Culture's Entire of the Americas last night, where a woman was killed. According to police, it started with a fight between teens. It happened around 10 last night. A 19-year-old was shot, and an SUV driving by was caught in the crossfire. A woman in the vehicle was shot in the head and later died from her injury. The medical examiner says she was 80 years old. Heidi Silkworth is her name. The teen who was shot is expected to be okay so far. No word on any arrests.
All right, let's take a look at today's 9 at 9.
Today is Memorial Day, and it is about more than just the unofficial start of summer. The holiday honors military members who died in war while serving their country. Several towns claim to have started it, but Congress gives credit to Waterloo, New York. Memorial Day is also called Decoration Day.
It's forecasted to be another triple-digit degree day, so the city of San Antonio is opening 10 cooling centers around town to help people stay cool and safe. They will be open from noon to 8 p.m. To see the list of locations, look for this story on the homepage of KSAT.com.
Deadly tornadoes killed at least 18 people in the south and southeast. Valley View, north of Dallas, was one of the hardest hit cities. The destruction so widespread that Governor Greg Abbott signed a disaster declaration for more than a third of the state. The storm stretched from Texas to Illinois.
Walmart and Capital One are going their separate ways. The retailer is ending its partnership with the bank, which had been the exclusive issuer of Walmart's cards. Currently, customers can keep building up their rewards, though. Walmart sued Capital One last year, saying it took too long to process payments and to mail out replacement cards.
Another lawsuit against Live Nation, that's the parent company of Ticketmaster, is now facing a consumer class action suit seeking $5 billion in damages. This comes on the heels of the federal government's antitrust lawsuit.
This Memorial Day holiday weekend has been living up to travel expectations. AAA estimates nearly 44 million people are driving 50 miles or more, and more than 3.5 million people are expected to be flying. A lot of people will be returning home today. Experts say the best time to drive home today is after 7 p.m.
Apple has restored the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max to its refurbished store. These models come with a 1-year warranty, new battery, and outer shell. Prices start at $849 for the Pro Max, $759 for the Pro.
Gmail is rolling out a refreshed updates inbox for Android and iOS. This inbox moves low-priority emails like receipts from primary to updates. Google says this will help users focus on more important emails.
YouTube Music for Android now lets users hum, sing, or play a melody to find a song. Just tap the waveform icon and start humming and singing. This feature uses AI and has been in testing since March. YouTube's parent company Google rolled out a similar feature for Google Search in 2020. And that's today's 9 at 9.
And as we remember those who served our country today, we are at Fort Sam Houston National Cemetery, where they are getting ready for their Memorial Day commemoration ceremony this morning. The event starts in just a few minutes, right around 9:30.
And we got a chance to talk to the new director of the cemetery and hear about some of the changes underway.
And we're coming up right here on Columbaria 4, which is brand new.
12,000 spaces for cremated remains will be available once construction in 2 more columbariums are complete.
These areas are pre-placed crypt fields. So underneath the surface of the soil are concrete crypts, double crypts.
30,000 burial spaces are also being added, helping to extend the life of the cemetery to sometime in 2040. The 5-year, $80 million expansion developed about 23 acres to the site, first designated as a national cemetery in 1937.
One of our goals in the National Cemetery Administration is that no veteran ever dies.
Jerry Leffler, the newest director of the cemetery, oversees the 55 staff who care for and maintain the dignity of this place where our heroes rest.
This time of year, Memorial Day itself, we're expecting between 5,000 and 8,000 visitors throughout the day. But over the week, we'll have hundreds, if not thousands, every day.
Leffler, a retired Navy veteran, worked with the American Battle Monuments Commission, which operates the overseas military cemeteries in 17 different countries.
Now being able to be here and director of this site, working with the veterans community here in San Antonio at end-of-life care and working with the families, it's just a privilege and an honor.
The 300-acre cemetery is the final resting place for over 180,000 veterans and family members.
These are people from the local area who serve their country honorably, and now rest in a place of honor.
Those like Clinton Smith. In November, the World War II veteran killed in action finally came home after his remains were identified.
No veteran ever dies, and to have him come full circle from the beaches of Italy back to Texas was a great pleasure for us.
And taking you out there to Fort Sam Houston National Cemetery, those are the hundreds of people out there right now waiting to, honor and remember those that were killed in action on this Memorial Day.
If you're just wanting to visit a loved one today and not take part in that ceremony, they recommend that you wait until later on in the afternoon to visit when there's not so much traffic. Also, there's not going to be any public parking on cemetery grounds today because of the folks that they're expecting, the hundreds, not just there this morning, but as well throughout the day. So all public parking will be at Cole High School.
Time right now, 9:09, 82 degrees out there already.
Yeah, you saw some of the folks with fans fanning themselves, so it's going to be a little warm out there throughout the day, so prepare for that if you're going outside.
Graduating high school is an accomplishment in itself, but getting your associate's degree before your high school diploma is definitely something to be proud of. When we come back, Tiffany Huertas introduces us to a great grad.
Getting a college degree before her high school diploma. That's what today's great grad student did.
Tiffany Huertas shares how a local early college high school prepared her for the next chapter in her life.
The work is hard and it's rigorous, but we have a lot of support here.
While the course load could be demanding, Trinity Adams says the growth and educational opportunities changed her life.
My main reason for being here is to just get a head start on my education, and I think it's really helped me out in the long run.
Adams just graduated with her associate's degree, and next month, she will be graduating from St. Philip's College, Early College High School.
So I've been accepted into Wesleyan University in Connecticut with a full ride package.
Adams says her educational experience, volunteer work, and essay helped her get into this university.
My essay was about the struggles that I went through growing up, basically through elementary school. My family had a really rough patch during that time, and it was really about how using that, I realized that when I go to school, nobody really knows what's going on when I'm not there. So I linked that in to not judging people by what they look like, because you never know what's really going on in their lives.
This program helps lead students to high-wage and high-demand careers.
This program literally changes the trajectory of students' lives. Some of our students in this area are part of the lowest socioeconomic in our community. And for our community to have this opportunity means that does not have to be their future.
Adams wants to study computer science or mathematics. She is thankful for this experience and her support system.
I think what's really kept me going is my mother. She's always been there to support me, my whole family even, but I have a lot of support coming from all around me.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Okay, you're looking at live cam out there.
It's not as cloudy. I mean, it wasn't
like
clouds,
yeah.
but this morning it was like really
I see a few rains
dense.
out there.
How about that? Is that a weather word? Dense?
Sure.
Sure, it's a weather word. Of course, it's a weather word.
That's actually a problem. Because the sun's coming out early. The earlier the sun comes out, the worse the temperatures are going to be this afternoon.
Well, there you go. There's some good news for you to start your day.
There is some good news buried in this forecast. I promise.
Okay.
But we do have to get through the bad stuff first. We did not even get below 80 degrees this morning, guys. The humidity was so thick, and it's still there. So let's take a look at the time lapse. And it looks hazy. Some of that's fog. some of that's still that smoke that we have in the atmosphere. So
that's the nasty stuff.
It is.
I'm tired of coughing when I go outside and that brown stuff is hanging in the air.
Okay.
That's just gross.
Oh, it gets better, David, I promise.
Thank you.
It does. 84 right now. Humidity is still sky high at 82%. Feels like 95. I mean, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. It already feels like 95. The heat index is going to be up near 100 here pretty soon. So if you haven't got the morning run in, or if you're going to be outdoors today, whatever you're doing to honor Memorial Day, just know that it's going to be very, very hot. Here's that air quality we were just talking about, and what David does not like. Where you see this pink color, that's unhealthy air, and that's kind of been settling in across the valley and around Corpus Christi. We haven't really seen that here, thankfully, but we are getting some of those patches where it turns, this orange color represents unhealthy for those who are sensitive. So if you have asthma or something like that, it may get to you. In general, the air quality has not been great, but I think this improves too next few days. So there's a bit of good news. As you look at the satellite picture, clouds are already starting to decrease around San Antonio. Clouds are thickest now south of town and then curving up along I-35. Again, the longer the clouds stay in place, the not as hot temperatures will show up. We had that yesterday. We only got up to 96, even though it felt like it was well above that. But this is not a good sign with the clouds starting to erode already. In our forecast heat index today, we're thinking it'll be around 108 here in San Antonio by 5 o'clock. And the reason why it's just a little bit lower than it has been past couple days is because humidity will be just a little bit lower today. But either way, this is not fun. This is not the kind of weather we want to be outside in. And heat index values will top 110 in a few spots. So we still got to be very, very careful. And there are still extreme heat warnings in effect. This pink color you see here, heat advisories for a large portion of South Texas. And this is early in the season for this kind of stuff. So yes, be careful. That's all we can say. And the severe weather risk today, so there is a chance for thunderstorms on top of all of that. But if we see any storms here, it's going to be late in the evening. And there is a risk, if we see a storm, that it could be strong to severe. A little better chance of severe weather up around Waco and Dallas. So let me show you our futurecast. And let's fast forward to 6 o'clock this evening. It does show a couple storms trying to show up. Again, if we can see some of these storms, we'll have to watch for a strong storm or two. But the chances of San Antonio seeing rain are pretty low. Now, there is one thing we need to watch tonight, some storms coming out of Mexico. All indications are that these will fall apart, but sometimes they can hold together, so we'll watch that. Tomorrow morning, we start off again with clouds. Now, I think tomorrow actually presents a better chance for rain. We are going to watch what happens up across parts of West Texas. If storms up there can cluster together and form into a complex, I think there is a decent opportunity that works towards San Antonio late tomorrow night. This is around 10 p.m. If that happens, severe weather possible, some pockets of heavy rain, which we'll absolutely take at this point. That will be something to watch. Now, these computer models aren't always great with this kind of thing. So again, it's going to be a matter of how things evolve over West Texas tomorrow. But the severe weather risk is stepped up tomorrow. Storm Prediction Center has us at a level 2 versus a level 1 today. So yes, there is a risk for that. We've upped rain chances to 30% Tuesday night. Notice the temperatures tomorrow, 96. It's still hot, but better. And most of the week we'll spend in the mid-90s with some small chances of rain. But I'm going to really focus in there on that Tuesday night to Wednesday morning time frame, because I think that may be our best opportunity.
Yeah, crossing our fingers for that.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks, Justin.
Yep.
Time right now, 9:20. 83 degrees out there right now.
The Brahmas take down an undefeated team, and the Cowboys feel the pressure on them as the Dallas Stars and Dallas Mavericks are both in the Western Conference Finals right now in their respective sports. Your morning sports is coming up next. The San Antonio Brahmas are now 7-2 thanks to Saturday's 18-9 win over the best team in the East, formerly undefeated Birmingham Stallions. The Brahmas had a 12-3 lead at halftime. Ellis Morgan had 2 rushing touchdowns. Brahmas outrushed the Stallions 127 to 78 yards. The Brahmas also got Chase Garbers back at quarterback after it was thought that he was going to be out for the rest of the season with that wrist injury. He was the Brahmas starter the first 3 games of the season until he got injured. So how did he feel he performed in his return Saturday coming off the bench?
No, there was no rust. Was healthy enough to practice this week, so had to get the rust off for a couple days there.
Yeah, but it's still getting time, and with the players and game, game is so much faster and different than practice, and so we wanted to work him in to do that because he's. In the first part of the year, he was obviously the best quarterback in the league. So we're trying to get him back to that point. He got to play a lot more plays than I thought he would, but he came through for us.
All right, so the Browns are going to close the regular season with the St. Louis Battlehawks, and then they will face them again the following week because they're the top two teams in the XFL conference. So that conference championship will be decided where? We don't know, but it's going to be those two teams who decide it. And the Dallas Cowboys, just like the rest of the NFL, held organized team activities last week. Dak Prescott made it very clear that it is time for the Cowboys and those young guys to catch up with the rest of the team. Mike McCarthy entering his 5th season as head coach, and they need the young ones to step up. Dak also asked if he was paying any attention to the playoff success of the Dallas Stars and the Dallas Mavericks. Both those teams are in their Western Conference Finals right now. He was even asked if he was jealous of those teams' success. Here's what he has to say, considering the Cowboys have not been to the NFC Championship since 1995.
Yeah, it fires you up. 100%. I think any competitor should, damn sure, in my position, leader of the team, understanding what winning means here, not getting it done, and then watching your brothers, your brothers across the city going, making things happen. Nobody. I want it for them. Trust me, I want it because it only, as I said, it only raises the stakes and makes it tougher on me, and I'm for that. And so, go win it. Go win it. Rangers did it. Other two go do it. Put more pressure on us.
Yeah, don't embarrass the rest of the city of Dallas because you can't get to the NFC Championship game. Come on, pick it up. The Stars are 1-1 in the series. They're tied in that Stanley Cup Western Conference Finals, and then the Mavs won last night, so they now lead the Timberwolves 3-0 in the NBA Western Conference Finals. Hey, Houston, Texas, busy with OTAs at the Methodist Training Center next to NRG Stadium, and there's one new face on the field that doesn't exactly feel like he's new. Houston signed linebacker Azeez Al-Shire back in March, signed a 3-year, $34 million deal. He played with the division rival Tennessee Titans last season and got a pretty good impression of the Texans in their 2 matchups. Before that, he played with the 49ers for 4 seasons under then defensive coordinator, now Texans head coach DeMeco Ryans. Al-Shire feels like this was meant to be.
For them, a lot of the stuff when DeMeco first came in, he's showing all the clips from San Francisco, and obviously myself, as well as the other guys, Jimmy Ward are on those clips. So I think they were just so familiar with me already, even though I wasn't here, if that makes sense. So it doesn't feel like I'm coming into a team that I've only known for a couple months. It feels like I've been here. So it's a really good feeling for sure.
All right, he had his best season as a pro last year, 163 total tackles, ranked 5th in the NFL. He also had 2 sacks, 9 tackles for a loss, and 4 pass breakups. And it is good that he feels at home in Houston. All right, so the NFL teams are going to continue OTAs this week. The Cowboys will have a workout on Friday. The Texans Wednesday and Friday as well. Cowboys Wednesday and Friday, Texans Wednesday and Friday. So there you go.
All right, very good. Thanks. Time right now, 9:27, 84 degrees out there. We'll be right back.
Outside with live cam, it's not getting any better for the last time we looked at this shot. Same thing. Although it looks like more blue sky, but that just means more heat.
Well, this time of year, it's always, these low clouds are so tricky. And yesterday they hung around longer, actually kept temperatures down, which was fine. We'll certainly deal with that. But today it looks like those clouds are trying to clear off quicker, which likely lends itself to some warmer temperatures. I want to pass along the pollen count. We just got that in. It's pretty much good news here. Molds are low at 440. The only problem is, and we showed you this last half hour, is that the air quality is not so great because we still have some of that smoke in the atmosphere and a ton of humidity out there too. So you just get some of that haze. We certainly saw that last night with sunset. So yeah, if you have asthma or something like that, again, this is something you'll want to watch. Our forecast today, 102 is what we're shooting for this afternoon. Heat index will be anywhere from 108 to 112. We could get a straight evening storm, although it's unlikely. Our better chance of rain is going to come tomorrow night with some storms that will be coming out of West Texas. So our rain chances, they're low, but I will tell you Tuesday night and Wednesday morning, we have brought rain chances up just slightly. We're going to take another look at the computer model for you and show you where we think some of that rain is going to be moving tomorrow night, coming up in just a couple minutes. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. We mentioned it briefly in the 9 at 9, but we wanted to show you the list of cooling centers that will be open later today if you need somewhere to go to escape this heat.
Good news is the city has a location open in each district, so there should be somewhere close to you. The cooling centers will be open from noon till 8 today. If you have a pet, there will be a limited number of kennels provided by ACS.
VIA is going to also be offering free rides to each of these locations. Just tell the bus driver where you are going, and the city will be working with their nonprofit partners, handing out waters and telling the unsheltered where they can go to get out of the heat. All of this information is on our website, KSAT.com.
This Memorial Day, Americans will visit cemeteries across the nation to pay tribute to veterans and honor their service. But the service of many veterans has long been overlooked, especially the historically black cemeteries.
As CNN's Karen Kaifa tells us, volunteers are working to piece their stories together and recognize their efforts.
On a blustery spring Saturday in York, Pennsylvania, the Civil War service of John Noble is finally memorialized.
Present arms.
Noble was born in Havana, Cuba around 1832. He fought for the Union Army from 1862 to 1863, and in 1902, he was buried in North York's Lebanon Cemetery. Until the 1960s, one of the only burial sites in the area for African Americans. Samantha Dorm is co-founder of a volunteer group called Friends of Lebanon Cemetery. When the group first came together in 2019, the primary mission was upkeep. Now the focus has expanded to research, storytelling, education, and remembrance.
The truth of the matter is, many of those stories are not there to be found. If you don't have families who can tell you about their ancestors.
The more than 150-year-old cemetery, Dorm says, is the final resting place of at least 300 U.S. military veterans. This spring, Noble and 4 other black veterans received the grave markers to which every eligible U.S. military veteran is entitled, whether buried in a cemetery maintained by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs like this one in Alexandria, Virginia, or a private cemetery like Lebanon.
Matthew Quinn is the VA's outgoing Undersecretary for Memorial Affairs. He says efforts like that by the Friends of Lebanon Cemetery and at other private sites is an extension of the recognition at the nation's VA-operated cemeteries.
This is reaching out beyond those boundaries to private cemeteries that maybe the graves haven't been maintained and the markers have been damaged or destroyed.
Making sure every veteran's service is honored. In Alexandria, Virginia, I'm Karen Kaifa.
And back here at home this morning, we are at Fort Sam Houston National Cemetery, where they are holding their Memorial Day commemoration ceremony. It just got started a few minutes ago, but they've got a lot of things planned for this event.
Yeah, you could see a lot of the fans going because it's going to get hot. So hopefully those folks out there took water with them. There's several hundred, even if not thousands, of people that are expected to visit the cemetery today.
Yeah, if you didn't know, Fort Sam Houston National Cemetery, established back in 1937. It serves as a final resting place for many of America's brave and beloved men and women, including 12 veterans who received the Medal of Honor. And if you want to continue watching this ceremony, we are live streaming it on KSAT.com.
With a lot of kids out of school today and people staying home from work, everyone is going to be either staying inside or getting out of the heat, looking for a place to cool down.
Yeah, the city has 11 swimming pools open to the public that you can visit today. You can find the list of locations on KSAT.com. The city pools will be open till 7 o'clock this evening. They'll open up at 1 o'clock this afternoon, so you still got about 20 minutes to get that. Well, no, I keep thinking it's
you think it's noon.
noon. Oops, I'm doing the wrong show. Okay, so you got longer than that, so relax. It's okay. Tell the kids to relax. We'll get them to the pool by 1. All right? But children under 10 years old have to have an adult with them.
Splash pads are also a fun way to keep cool. There are several around the city that you can choose from, and they are also free to visit. You can see a list of splash pads in our area on KSAT.com as well. And don't forget that sunscreen.
What am I talking about? Kids, relax. They're still in bed asleep. They don't even know what time it is. All right, so we're also talking about pools and splash pads. How about tubing? A lot of people are probably heading out to the river today. And the city of New Braunfels is primed for floating again this year. It may even look a little different than in the past.
Daniela Ibarra takes us up to I-35 to New Braunfels, where some outfitters not only are offering tubes, but a new type of watercraft too.
Making a splash into the summer. Hundreds of South Texans plan to cool off by spending a couple of hours on the river.
Yellow tube, your tube, it doesn't matter. We've got an opportunity either way.
Shane Wolf is the director of Land of Falls out in New Braunfels. He and other outfitters are preparing for a wave of visitors.
And everybody's excited to get back on the river. We are expecting crowds like we haven't seen before with our big increase in population.
We anticipate it to be very busy as usual. Lots of visitors, lots of tourists, lots of people tubing on the rivers.
It's why the city of New Braunfels wants visitors to plan ahead. Ordinances are in place to keep the river clean and to keep you safe. This year, the city's Parks and Rec department is closing the tube chute at 7 p.m. on the weekends.
That's when our operations stop. And that was an area that we have had some issues from in the past.
The city says that isn't impacting outfitters.
This year, we're introducing Hydrus paddle boards.
Stacy Thigpen with Paddle Texas is excited to take advantage of the moonlight.
It's amazing to see the smiles, changes in the tone of voice, just how much people are more relaxed and more in tune when they get off the river at night.
Despite the lack of rain, outfitters say they won't let that drain the fun.
Come enjoy it. Treat it as it is your own. From that point, Mother Nature's blessed us, and we hope to give back.
Daniela Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
Well, that looked nice, didn't it? All right, so this will put you back in perspective. It's back to business tomorrow. Tomorrow is Election Day for the joint Democratic-Republican primary runoff election. While a majority of party nominations were decided back in March during the primary election, there are still a handful of races that need to be determined. The winners are going to advance to the general election coming up in November.
Tomorrow, polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can find the sample ballots for each party on KSAT.com in the Vote 2024 section. And remember, even if you didn't vote in the March primary, you can still vote in the runoff elections.
It is now 9:39 and 84 degrees.
Let's take a look at what the flamingos are up to out there. Oh, look at that. They're walking around, trying to find somewhere cool to hang out.
Yeah, there's not too many out. They're all in the what?
They're all in that little corner in the water there.
Different kinds of birds going on. We got ducks. Is that a crane?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Like it. It's a party.
Yeah, they're hanging out today. I wonder if they get the day off. They're still performing here, so probably not.
What was that? Got some stories for you to check out on KSAT.com. The newest grocery and restaurant attraction at the Pearl has some deals for military members for Memorial Day, and the discounts will be offered every Monday until Veterans Day in November. Pullman Market is offering active military and veterans 10% off purchases at its 5 go-to eateries and 2 restaurants. Check it all out for more details on our website.
And score some San Antonio FC tickets by donating blood today. The soccer team is working with South Texas Blood and Tissue to get more donations. There's a blood drive going on right now at Toyota Field. You have until 2 p.m. to go by and donate blood. Those who make donations will receive 2 tickets to the San Antonio FC versus Memphis FC game next Saturday.
And of course, today is a holiday, Memorial Day. Several municipal offices are closed today. Some are still open, though. You can find the full list of city services that are open or closed by checking out this article on KSAT.com. The article also has a list of cooling locations as well. Very important to know where those cooling locations are. And, you know, we talk about it all the time, but once again, because the heat kind of got to us a little earlier this year, if you know some elderly folks, some senior citizens that live in your neighborhood down the street, and you see them every time, just go knock on their door, make sure they're doing okay, because I know they haven't usually do fan drives and everything this year.
Yes.
We had kind of caught us early.
Please do that.
Yeah.
Please do that. And we know a lot of people are going to be in the rivers and lakes. Be careful there too. We know the Guadalupe, they got a little bit of water in there. It's flowing, but it's slow flow. So if you're going to be tubing, it's going to take you a while to get where you're going, but you can still tube. Obviously, the Comal does pretty well. So yeah, stay cool. Find a way to stay cool. And let's go outside for you. 85 right now. with no wind. You know, the problem here is you don't have any sort of breeze to cool you down. And I just checked, if my math is correct, that would put the heat index at 97 right now here in San Antonio at this hour. 83 in New Braunfels, 81 in Seguin, 81 Bernie, 85 in Curvo. And yes, there's hardly any breeze at all, and humidity is so very high. There's look at the area reservoir levels, and these are worth checking again. I mean, these numbers are just bad. There's no other way to put it. 57.6% full for Canyon. That's a record low. It continues to set records, down 23 feet. Medina's at 2.6, hardly a lake at this point, just more or less a riverbed. Chokes at 22.5. Amistad 27.3. We know LBJ is a steady level. It's at 98.7, so that's good. But you know, these lakes are suffering. The rivers, we just need some rain. That is the bottom line. And we're going to try to get some rain chances back in the forecast starting tomorrow night. There's a small chance tonight, but a little better chance Tuesday night. And the way the clouds are setting up this morning, and again, low clouds are so tricky. They kind of do what they want. But right now they're setting up south of San Antonio. So if you're southern Bexar County, it's still cloudy. Northern Bexar County, the sun is out, and that's why temperatures are starting to skyrocket. Most of the hill country, sun is out, but clouds for Floresville, Pleasanton, over towards Gonzales this morning. Here's what we think next few days. 102 today. We do get some relief. It's not as hot going past today. Heat indices will still be pretty high next couple of days because we have high humidity. But even those come down a little bit Thursday and Friday. So it does look better. We're still going to be above average. But after today, we should get out of the triple digits, thankfully. As far as thunderstorms go today, the Storm Prediction Center does have us in a small risk, a marginal risk, which on a scale of 1 to 5 is about a 1. A little higher risk as you get up towards Waco and Dallas. And that's because we can't completely rule out a stray storm today. Dry line will set up across the hill country. I think along that dry line, we could see a storm or two. Now, if we do get a storm to develop, it could be strong to severe. So be prepared for that, especially for the hill country. But even here in San Antonio, we'll allow for a 20% chance for rain. Then out west, there could be a few storms that move in from Mexico. That will bear some watching too, but most of those die down tonight. Let's take you into tomorrow. And this is where I think things get a little bit better. It's certainly no guarantee, but by tomorrow afternoon, more storms will take shape across West Texas. We're talking Permian Basin, Midland, Odessa, Lubbock, out that direction. And if those storms can kind of coalesce and come together, then they could make their way towards San Antonio. Even storms that develop out towards Del Rio could make their way in our direction by Tuesday night. And if we do, we could see some strong storms and maybe some pockets of heavy rain. This is not a guarantee. It's all going to depend on how things evolve tomorrow to our west and northwest. And we'll have a little better idea as we get into tomorrow morning. But I think that's probably our next best chance of rain. And the Storm Prediction Center does lift us into a 2 out of 5 tomorrow, most of the area, for severe weather. So the extended forecast, 102 today, 96 tomorrow. We bring rain chances up to 30% Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. We'll leave small chances in most of the week. And we talked about the temperatures getting a little bit better. It's still above average. It's still hot, but it's better than what we've been dealing with.
Deal with it, 90s, right?
Yeah, I guess at this point, 90s are going to feel okay, considering that we've been basically near 100 each and every day the last few days.
Yeah. All right, be safe out there.
Yeah.
Coming up tomorrow on GMSA at 9, medical mannequins are getting an upgrade, and it's just one of the new tools helping local nursing students and healthcare professionals train for real-life scenarios.
We're going to go ahead and place. It's going to be a little cold, okay?
Tiffany Huertas shows us the interactive courses and training that are being recognized on a national level. Interesting voice from that mannequin.
Plus, as school comes to an end, we're recognizing our final educator of the month for the 2023-2024 school year. Stephanie Serna introduces us to an English teacher and debate coach at East Central High School and tells us how being a teacher wasn't always in the plan for her. We'll have those stories and more tomorrow on GMSA at 9.
In the meantime, it's 9:49 and it is 85 degrees.
A post-apocalyptic action thriller and an animated family film duked it out at the weekend box office. After the break, we'll see which one took the #1 spot in theaters.
That's me, Colt Sievers, and this is my hero's journey.
The Fall Guy landed in 5th place, earning $5.9 million. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes took in $13.4 million for a 4th place finish. If went from 1st to 3rd, grossing $16.1 million.
You don't have a home, do you?
The Garfield movie opened in 2nd place, gobbling up $24.8 million.
Only one thing's gonna do that for you. Not hope. Hate.
Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, debuted with $25.6 million, well below expectations, but enough to win the weekend. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
This morning, we're shining a spotlight on some of the nation's most senior heroes who served in World War II.
ABC's Danny New introduces us to 3 of them.
On a decommissioned aircraft carrier turned museum in New York City's Hudson River,
I was on an attack transport ship.
98-year-old Arthur Grabiner is on a mission to make sure people understand what he and his shipmates went through while serving in World War II.
I figure it's a duty that I owe this generation.
This is Bob getting ready to load his display up.
And 500 miles south in North Carolina, 80-year-old retired Master Sergeant Bob Duke is delivering yet another shipment.
Welcome to our garage.
As he continues his now enormous operation of collecting lost golf balls at various courses and then selling them to support the Wounded Warrior Project. In the past 12 years, Bob and his wife Vicki have raised more than $500,000 to help veterans who are healing.
I said, I'm going to start giving them money because I live on a golf course and people need golf balls.
All over the country, veterans are still serving their country and communities, and some are even finally getting the recognition they always deserved. Like 100-year-old retired Corporal Benjamin Berry, who still remembers serving during the most pivotal moments of World War II, like the Battle of Normandy.
You could hear the rockets going overhead.
While serving in an all-black unit 80 years later, Benjamin still carries with him the racism that he and his comrades all experienced.
Here we are in our uniforms representing, the United States, and they won't even let us eat in their restaurant.
At Philadelphia's Veterans Day Parade this past year, Benjamin was honored as the Grand Marshal. He said he was grateful, even if it still felt surprising.
People actually appreciate it and show it. It's really mind-boggling and worth it.
And this past March, Benjamin also received the highest honor bestowed by the French government, the French Legion of Honor. Of course, so well-deserved. In New York for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
Some great stories. Remember to reflect on what this day really means.
Thanks for watching.